You guys, this episode pissed me off. It drove me crazy. We're talking about Life After Lockup, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Season 1, Episode 8. This is the season finale. I don't know if we're going to get another season. I really hope so because I just need to know what happens. Like, I am invested in this person's life and their family and their choices. I don't know why, but I am. And let's talk about this episode because so many things made me so mad. Wow, Gypsy is a hot mess. And so is her stepmom, Ryan, Can. Oh, the only great people in this family is Mia, the younger sister, who is 10 years younger. But then again, I guess, I don't know if it's fair to compare Gypsy's emotional intelligence with Mia's because Gypsy is emotionally stunted. She does have the mentality of like a 12, 13-year-old because of her circumstances and her history and her past. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's just get into episode 8. It starts off with Christy driving the getaway car. Gypsy is in the passenger seat. She's crying because she had just finished packing up her stuff from Ryan's house. And she just got done ditching Pixie, which I'm still pissed off about. By the way, everybody reminded me that the dog's name was Pixie and not Piper. Thank you guys for correcting me. Like, y'all really made sure to correct me. I don't know why I kept calling her Piper. I think it's because I kept having the name Piper in my mind because my friend's boyfriend's sister just got a new puppy and named her Piper. So that's probably why. So she moves in with her dad at his house with Christy, and he couldn't be happier. I mean, he's so adorable with how much he loves her, and I love that he loves her so much, but at the same time, he wants her to have autonomy. Like, he wants her to learn how to be independent and make her own decisions. Whereas with everybody else, they treat her with kid gloves. They treat her like a child. Ryan got a text from Gypsy, I don't know how many days ago, but she was like, "I love you, Ryan. I still miss you." Girl, why are you texting him that? So he texted her back saying, "I miss you too, baby. Please call me." And then she texts him back with a picture of her and Ken. And then she wrote, "Oh, he came to visit me. Don't worry, we're just friends." Gypsy, why are you texting him a picture of you and Ken?
She goes on to tell me that, don't worry, we're just friends.
Then the next day, Ryan found out that she got a matching tattoo with Ken. It's of a husky. And when they put their wrists or their arms together, it forms a heart around the husky. Jip is messy. She gives zero fucks about Ryan and his feelings. She's on a high right now. She's living her best life and she gives zero fucks and she's just gonna rub it in Ryan's face how good her life is with Ken now. It is, you guys, when I saw that husky tattoo, it pissed me off, okay? It pissed me off so much because of poor Pixie. Not only did she want Pixie, she begged and pleaded with Ryan, "Please, I want a dog. She said she would take care of Pixie. She would be responsible for Pixie. She insisted on getting Pixie when Ryan said no. Ryan did not want a dog right now. And as soon as Ken comes into the picture, she drops Pixie like she was nothing. And then she gets a tattoo with Ken of a dog that they don't even have, of an imaginary future husky, just because she and Ken always talked about wanting a husky together. So she gets a freaking tattoo of a husky instead of Pixie? That really pissed me off. I'm sure Ryan felt the same way. He even cries and says that was the most hurtful thing, the tattoos. So after he got that text, or after he found out about the husky tattoos, he took a picture of Pixie, sent it to Gypsy, and said, "What about your actual dog? Like the one you got? Do you remember her, or are you just going to forget all about her?" And then guess what, you guys? She didn't text back because she's on a high right now. She's living her best life. Can't bring me down.
The matching tattoos broke my heart. It was like, did I mean anything?
That scene made me so sad for him. And look at Pixie trying to get his attention. Maybe she's trying to comfort her dad, but oh my God, that broke my heart. That broke my cold, dead heart. Oh my goodness. Now, this is a little weird thing and cringy thing about Ryan, but he went on TikTok Live after last week's episode aired and he was asking his followers how they felt about his crying scene. Like, he was like, did it touch y'all's hearts? Like, how'd you feel about my crying? Like, give me a red heart for yes, give me a blue heart for no. I was like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are so cringy. Don't ask that.
Guys, what'd y'all think of me crying in the episode? Did it touch y'all's heart? Let me do a quick poll. Did you feel it, Ryan? Like, did you feel, like, red, yes, you felt it, blue, no? Like, when I was crying in the episode, did your heart go out to me? Red, yes, blue, no. I'm from Wales, that's cool. My heart broke for you, thank you, Shy Nicole. It was heartbreaking, yeah, it was. The clip of it, I was like, God, I cried that much. 4 million likes, it was so sad. Well, it's not. There's a lot of blues. Some people didn't feel upset for me. Yeah. Nobody felt for me. The Reds, thank y'all.
Ryan and Gypsy eventually talk on the phone and he accuses her of committing adultery. And she's like, I promise you I didn't do anything. I didn't cross any lines with Kian. We're just friends. Yeah, okay. You think we're dumb? You think we were born yesterday, Jip Jip?
Don't even act like I don't have you for adultery.
I don't want to be hit with adultery. Not for a friendship. I mean, we haven't done anything that consists of adultery.
Then Ryan tries to convince her to see him, and it's very clear that he still is in love with her, and he's still trying to get back with her, because he's like, come on, Gypsy, let's talk in person. I haven't even seen you, like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I need more time. She even tells him, I don't want to give you false hope. And even this phone call is giving you false hope and I shouldn't have called you. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have. I don't know if Gypsy was enjoying this love triangle, like having two men fight over her.
I've broken every vow that I made. It hurts me that I hurt you.
But you still love me.
Of course I love you.
You're still technically my wife. I'm not gonna lie, I miss you terribly.
But I feel like eventually she realized that she only wants to be with Ken, and she definitely chose Ken. Actually, she probably decided that during that call because she drops a bomb on him by the end of the call. And she says, I want to divorce Ryan, and in 6 to 9 months, I'm going to be with Ken. What? That is savage. Holy shit. Like I said, she gives 0 fucks. She's all like, I'm on a high right now. Can't bring me down. Living my best life with Ken. So they hang up and she immediately calls Ken and tells him, Ryan wanted to meet up with me. And he was like, no. And then he goes, well, I mean, unless you want to, do you want to? And she's like, no, absolutely not. And then they say, I love you to each other.
I love you, baby.
I love you too.
What? Y'all are saying I love you to each other and you just told Ryan that you're not committing adultery? Like you're not sleeping with him? Make it make sense. Be so for real.
I'm like, this feels right. This feels good. For the first time, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I'm happy right now. Like, this is freaking awesome.
Okay, she never was like that with Ryan. Never, ever. I don't even think she was half as happy when she was with Ryan. Oh my God. Wow. Did she even like Ryan? Like, I am questioning everything, her relationship with Ryan, now that I really am seeing her with Ken and how vastly different she is. Like, did she even like Ryan?
The heart wants what it wants. It's a complicated organ.
I don't even know anymore. I really don't know what to think. I mean, okay, moving on. She finally gets her rhinoplasty. And she goes back to the doctors 5 days later for her post-op. She gets her sutures out. Her nose is very swollen, but her bump is gone. After her rhinoplasty, social media went crazy again, and Gypsy finally officially filed for divorce from Ryan.
The 32-year-old officially filed to divorce her husband of less than 2 years, according to TMZ.
Gypsy, Mia, and Christy are all out to lunch, and Christy was like, I always knew you and Ryan were gonna split up, and Mia goes, well, that's not very nice to say, and Gypsy's like, it's okay, it's true, like, I mean, she was right. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this because this is something that Christy can easily change about herself, but somebody get her some dry shampoo, because why is her hair always greasy and stringy? It is driving me crazy. Mia also tells her mom, like, you better not be in my ear about one of my exes while I'm with Andre, which is her current boyfriend. And by the way, such a cute couple. And Christy says, well, your situation is different. Gypsy needed closure. Really, Christy? Really? How do you know? Also, why are you talking to her ex so much? Like, why are you always keeping in touch with him? That's weird. Mia, the smart one, doesn't trust Ken because Ken knew that Gypsy was married and he was the one who broke her heart when they were engaged. He ended the engagement. And as soon as Gypsy's released and she's super famous now and like the whole entire world is talking about her, then you're going to come around? That's sketch. Ryan visits his parents with Pixie, and I'm sorry, the fact that he didn't even want a dog to begin with, but he loves Pixie so much and he takes such good care of her, like it makes my heart melt. And I can't hate Ryan just because of that. Sorry.
Look, does he come to show it to me? Come in. And off she runs. Look, here she comes again. Watch. Look, do you want it? Do you want it? That's what she said. Let me get it.
So he talks to his mom about how he keeps holding on to hope when it comes to Gypsy and their relationship because she'll text him from time to time out of nowhere saying that she misses him and how she misses Pixie. And then all his feelings come rushing back and then he starts having hope that they'll get back together again. Oh my God, that's a huge piece of information. Also, who hated that Christy was trying to imply or make Rod feel like it was his fault that she married that she married Ryan and that was a mistake because she didn't feel welcome to live with Rod. Oh my God, I'm getting all these names confused. Okay, so they get into a little bit of an argument because Christy tells Rod, Gypsy really married Ryan because she felt like she had nowhere else to go. Like she didn't feel welcome to live here because you didn't say anything. Rod got really upset because he was like, well, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not going to tell her what to do. She's going to make her own decisions. Just because I didn't say anything, like I didn't say, no, don't go to Ryan's, don't marry him. Like, I don't want to sound like a dictator. Like, she's free to do whatever she wants. What if I did tell her not to marry Ryan and to live under my roof? Like, she could be here miserable, wondering what it would be like to marry Ryan, what it would be like to live with him. He was like, but I do feel really bad that I made her feel like that. Like, she didn't have a place to go.
I feel like
it's a hard pill to swallow.
Now, it's 2 weeks later. Ken comes over to the house. Gypsy's so happy to see him. And by the way, someone told me that Ken looks like the poor version of Jimmy from Love is Blind, and now I cannot unsee it. He really does look like Jimmy from Love is Blind. All right, so they're all in the backyard, and this conversation is so weird and so crazy. I feel like we didn't get the full context, but they're all sitting down, they're all talking, having a good time, and all of a sudden, Rod says to Ken, Gypsy really wants a baby. And Gypsy's like, what? Oh my God, where did this come from? But Rod was like, no, I know she really wants a baby. But please, don't get pregnant right now.
she wants a baby.
What?
Just wait, okay?
He also says he doesn't want a grandbaby running around. He doesn't want to raise a kid. Like, they should really focus on their relationship, growing together, getting their own place, then starting a family. And he's like, please promise me you will not have a kid yet. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? 4 weeks later, she missed her period. And guess what? She's pregnant. This bitch is pregnant. She is freaking pregnant after Rod had begged her not to get pregnant. She's pregnant. Oops, I'm on a high right now, living my best life. The D was so fire, we just couldn't help it. We just had a Rod talk over and over again, and oops, I'm pregnant. Are you freaking serious? I know that there's a big debate as to whose baby it is, Ryan or Ken, but I definitely think it's Ken's kid because I feel like after she moved out of Ryan's, she was just solely with Ken. She had decided it's Ken and only Ken. I can't imagine her having slept with Ryan around the time she decided that she wanted to move out. But who knows? Because everything happened so fast. I've been reading so much about this and seeing random videos that I don't know exactly where this came from, but I heard that she And Ryan had been trying to have a baby the whole time. So remember when she took the Plan B pill and he got really upset that she kind of aired it out on national television? Like he just kind of wanted to talk about this in private. He wasn't actually mad about that. He was actually mad that she took the Plan B pill because they were trying to get pregnant. So like she just got rid of the baby without really talking to him about it. I don't know. That's pretty messed up. But I feel like, yeah, she definitely knew that she wanted to be with Ken at that. I don't know. It's so confusing. So she's in La La Land, living in her dream world with Ken. And now Ryan's sitting with a producer doing an interview, and he says Gypsy sent him pictures of her positive pregnancy test. What? What the fuck? She knows how much Ryan wanted a family and how much he wanted a child with her, and how much they had been trying while they were married. And she's just gonna savagely send him a picture of her positive pregnancy test with Ken? And we already know what happened that one time they raw dogged and his cream went into her donut. She popped a pill right away because she did not want Ryan's baby. And he was very upset about that. And she's gonna send him a picture of her positive pregnancy test with Ken? Oh my God. Does she... Oh, y'all, she's ruthless. Now Ryan's wondering, why does Gypsy keep talking to him if she's so happy with Ken and she's starting this brand new life with Ken and this baby and this family? Why do you keep texting me? Why do you keep reaching out and giving me hope? Or are you just stringing me along? Or are you trying to emotionally torture me? Also, their very last scene when she was out with Ken at the park and they were doing, I don't even know what they were doing. That was definitely the same day as the maternity shoot, right? Because they're wearing the same exact outfits. Now, another thing I learned is Gypsy has a very, very, very deep insecurity that Ken might leave her again. Like she's actually legit scared and she gets very emotional talking about it. She's crying. And maybe that's why she's holding on to Ryan, maybe, like as backup.
He could leave me right now, and it's completely out of my control. That's scary. It was scary back then, and it's still scary now. I trust that he loves me.
And that was the season finale. We better get another season. I need to know what happens. I need to know, and I need to know who the baby daddy is. I need to know. So yeah, that is the end of the recap. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. I am so curious. I want to know what you guys think. All right, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, honey, I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. Last check my check. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Last check my check. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man.